Hello and welcome to Royal Cricket Club Ajman, where we're having the first match of the World of Series presents Thampan Memorial Cup, a tournament organized by Mr. late Thampan's son Josh in the memory of his father. It's an 8-week extravaganza, 8 teams playing against each other in a round-robin league, and we're going to have some classic cricket coming up here under the lights at Ajman. We quickly move over with Mr. John, who's going to give us a pitch report on how this wicket's going to behave through the tournament. John, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Excellent grassy wicket, guys. And as you just said, this is the first match under floodlight on this. So spinners will get an excellent turn. Batsmen, I think whoever wins the toss, they will go for a batting first. Looks very grassy, very firm. If you could see, cameraman, please, here. See these parts? Very firm, very firm. So, see these parts. Spinners will love the wicket. But still, I think batsmen, after winning the toss, they would go for batting and keep up the score. Excellent ambience. And as I said, first match under floodlights that will have the privilege for the pitch. And if you got see around there, lights to Rashid there. And after all, I think we will have a superb innings going on. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the umpires with us for today, Farooq and Ghulam Mustafa, experienced umpires in the UAE cricketing circles, and we have the two captains, unique group, captained by Harpreeth Singh and Avengers United by Saqib. Captains just had a feel of the wicket. Let's have a toss right away. Farooq, are you going to do the coin? Yeah. All right.
You'll flip?
I'll go. This is heads?
Yeah, this is heads and this is tails.
Okay. Wait. Heads.
Let's go.
Heads is a call. Saqib, what do you want to do?
Would like to bat first.
Any reason for taking up the strike in the first place?
Look, it looks like a good pitch. Fresh pitch, obviously. There's a bit of grass on it. I think bowlers will get good help throughout the first innings and second innings. Looks a fresh ground as well. Would like to start off with batting first, see how things go. Yeah, that's pretty much why we would like to bat first.
Anybody in particular you want us to look out for in your team who's going to be the star of the show tonight?
Look, it's a fresh team. It's a brand new team, right? I've put the boys together very new now. So there's a couple that I know, but there's a couple that I have no clue about. So you might be in for some surprises. But yeah, hoping for a very good match.
As Saqib said, they're going to be expected. Harpreeth, you're happy with bowling first, or your choices were different?
Yeah, I always wanted to bowl first. I mean, if I would win the toss, I would select to bowl first. Yeah, that is lucky that I've got ball first. So yeah, let's see how the pitch reacts. As you told, this is a new ground, and we are here to play and perform. So
any score in particular you want to keep them down to?
Not as of now. We'll see in first couple of overs, and then we can decide. We can probably, I mean, if you ask me, then I would tell definitely within the low score possible.
Okay, that's the news from the centre now. Avengers have won the toss, elected to bat first. Both the captains playing it safe, not revealing much on the board. Let's see what happens. Live action coming up in the next few minutes. And umpires, welcome show and your views on the tournament and the wicket.
It's a very good wicket. It's an equal wicket for the batting and bowling, and the weather is very good for the players. And let's say it's a good match.
Thanks, sir. Your views, please.
Same comments.
Okay, ditto comments from the umpires, both in unison. Thank you very much. Live action in the next. We have the umpires walking in. The first game of the Thampan Memorial Cup. The umpires, Ghulam Mustafa and Farooq, officiating this game. We will soon have the fielding team coming in, unique group, led by Harpreeth Singh. Full of excited young individuals walking in, clapping and cheering each other up. As the captain said that he would want to keep this, he would like to chase a small total as least as possible, whereas Avengers would like to put up a big total and try to see that the game is in their grasp as quickly as possible. Lovely weather here in Ajman at the Royal Cricket Club. First time under the lights this game is being played.
स्टार्ट करें बैट्समैन आ रहे हैं स्टार्ट करें
As the batsman walking in. First ball, bowling it on the good length, batsman playing it down to gully, no run. Let's have a look at the field. We got a slip, we got a gully, third man, point, cover, mid-off. Pulling it wide. First runs on the board for this tournament, albeit a wide. First runs for Avengers. Playing a very 7-2 field. Just want to keeping it to one side of the wicket. Batsman tickling it down to square leg. Quick single taken by the batsman. Score moves on to 2 without a loss. We're in the first over. Third ball of the over. Batsman trying to take a hoik, goes down to short mid-wicket, another single taken. 3 runs on the board. 1 each to the batsman and 1 wide so far in the over. And watch out for an LBW. Umpire says not out, indicating that it was a height. The batsman survives. It's Liban who's bowling the first over. He's got some good carry coming up, keeping it on the good length. Again, a quick single taken at short cover. Batsmen ready to take their time on this wicket, as it was said that it is a good wicket. You get value for your shots out here. You just got to keep going. Another single down to short mid-wicket. End of the first over. Nicking to start the second over of the innings. Change in the field. Third man is being taken away. Short fine leg comes in. A man at squarish. Third man is out of the ring. A 6-3 field, a bit different from what Liban was bowling to. Batsman trying to take advantage of the infield, trying to go over extra cover. Missed and into the keeper's mitts. Second ball coming up. Nicking. It's up in the air. Fine leg. Keeper converging. Chance of a catch. Dropped by square leg. A run stolen by the players. Bit of miscommunication between the fielders as to who's going to go for it. Keeper running in. Short fine leg running in. Square leg running in. And in the end, dropping in between all three of them. You can outside the off stump. Umpire calls it a wide. Trying to get some swing, whatever's available. There's not much movement of the air, so whatever effort that the bowler puts in, he's going to try to make use of it. A quick tap and run. Batsman happy doing that, making sure that the scoreboard keeps ticking, trying to get as many runs as possible. If you're not able to get the boundaries, get the scoreboard moving, keep the fielders under pressure, and waiting for the loose balls to come their way. Again, another wild swing. It was again a wide by Nikin. It's been a bit erratic, bowling on both sides of the wicket. Guilty of spraying the ball a bit farther than what he should be doing. Another good ball, again on the good length, just shaping a bit away. Batsman in no position to play those shots. A wild swing. The ball crashing into the keeper's gloves. Good carry to the keeper's gloves. So, in the slot, right over the bowler's head. The first boundary of the innings, first boundary of the tournament. And some welcome runs for Avengers United. They've been kept quiet, but now trying to break the shackles. Another good ball. End of the second over. Score is 12 for no loss. Sorry, it's 13 for no loss at the end of second over.
Thampan Memorial World Champion. Thampan.
Mirza on strike. Liban to continue with his second over. Right, I'm into that. Mihir walking along and playing it towards covers, gets a single. Score moves on to 14. Rauf on strike. Towards square leg. Again, another single through the keeper's hand. Score moves on to 15. Wide down leg side, missed by the keeper. Batsmen get another run to it, 2 wides. Score moves on to 17. Batsman changing ends, Rauf to strike. A slow one. Batsman playing it back to the bowler. No runs scored. Score remains on 17. We're in the third over. Game 1 of the Thampan Memorial Cup. Again, Rauf trying to swipe at everything that's coming his way. Still not able to connect well, apart from the boundary that he got last over. He scored 8 of 10. And Mirza is on 4 of 6. Fifth ball of the over. Good shot. Moving to the offside. Clearing mid-wicket. Waiting for the umpire's signal. And that's another boundary. He finally connects one where he wanted to. Score moves on to 21. His second boundary of the game, second boundary of the tournament. Field still the same, a slip, gully, third man, squarish third man. There's a bit of strange field inviting him to use the vacant spots through mid-wicket and the cover region. Third man now moving to fine leg. Again, in right over the bowler's head. He's confident enough that should go to the boundary. That's the first 6 of the tournament. So Rauf now taking off. He looked at the wicket for the last 2 overs and now decided to go on full throttle. Score moves on to 27. We're end of the third over. Rauf is 18 of 12 balls, 2 boundaries, 1 6. Mirza anchoring the innings at 4 of 6 balls. Nikhil to bowl his second over. Change in the field again, long on going back, and squarish third man coming into the ring. We're in the power play. There's the 4th over of the power play. A slip being quite far, more like a shot as third man. Mir takes a single point. Score moves on to 28. Let's have a look whether he's going to change the field. Same field. Nikhil confident of himself. Rauf asking for a wide. Umpire not interested. Nikhil bowling the third over. He moves across. Completely misses the ball, misses the bat, and does it miss the stump? A bit of excitement in the fielders. No damage done. Score remains on 28. Nikhil having a word with Rauf. Maybe telling him to calm down and wait for the loose deliveries to come his way. An edge. Keeper drops it and the batsman steal another single. The singles have been taken up. An edge. Last couple of deliveries of the fourth over of this first game of the Thampan Memorial Cup. Chance of appeal by the bowlers, but umpire not interested. Mir cramped for room there, wanted to play down to square leg. Not too short to play that stroke. Trying to tap and run the single. End of the fourth over, score 29 for the loss of no wickets. Nikhil comes to second over. He's 2 overs, 10 runs and no wickets. Libas 2 overs, a bit expensive, 19 runs of his 2 overs. Chetan, the new bowler. Chetan, first ball, a swing over mid-wicket, sixer. Rauf greets him with a 6. Score moves on to 35. Rauf raises to 25 of 16 balls, 2 boundaries, 2 sixes. We're in the power play, so you still have 7 fielders inside the ring. Not much protection outside. Another full length delivery, plays it down to mid-wicket, misfield, and the batsman crossover for another one. 2 runs scored. Score moves on to 37. Fielders got to be on their toes. They got to stop those extra runs being leaked. Chetan to Rauf. Again, another full length delivery over the mid-on fielder. Another boundary coming up. Score moves on to 41. The innings having some impetus and momentum. Afan Rauf doing the bulk of the scoring out here. And Mirza just calmly just making sure that the scoreboard keeps ticking and gives the strike to Rauf to take the maximum use of this power play. Chetan expensive so far. 3 balls he's bowled and he's given away 12 runs. 4th one coming up. Wild swing, got it long on, and that's the end of the innings. That's why Chetan was brought in to make sure Rauf plays his fall short, and this is what he did at this time. He's caught. Wild swing, got it long on, and that's the end of the innings. Libas taking the catch. Calm and poised, waiting for the ball to come into his palm and closing it and making sure Rauf is on his way back. New man, Fawad Jalil. Lot of experience. He's taking strike, taking guard. To Chetan. Right arm leg spinner. Plays it down to mid wicket. Take the first one, looking for the second. Is there time enough? Yes, too much, too easy in the end. Score moves on to 43. This last ball coming up with the 5th over. The penultimate over of this power play. Chetan dropping it short, straight to the man at covers, no run taken, end of the 5th over. Score 43 for 1 wicket, an eventful over, a 6, a 4, a wicket. It's all happening out here at the Thampan Memorial Cup. Here taking strike. Another single taken. Direct throw. Batsman well in. Nikhil bowling his 3rd over on the trot. Another single taken, direct throw, batsman. Moving the slip on the wideish slip gully. Appeal for a caught behind. Umpire not interested. Last over the power play. Nikhil to Fawad. Full toss. Not making good use of it. Straight to the man at short mid wicket. No run taken. Reversing the shot. Probably could have gone over mid wicket and got some useful runs. Not to be, and score remains on 44. Nikhil into Fahad. Another shot and clears the long on by quite some distance. Score moves on to 50. Batsman chancing the arm at anything that's...
Nikhil into Fahad.
Fawad 8 of 5. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Another stroke to mid off. No run. Last ball of the power play coming up. Score is 50 for the loss of 1 wicket. Man out, Ahan Rauf. Sorry, it's Afan Rauf. Change in the field, covers comes in, mid wicket goes back. To mid wicket, batsman crossover for a single, ambling along. That's the end of power play. 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. Mirza 6 of 10. Chetan discontinuing his spell, expensive one, but got the wicket of Afan Rauf. A lot of changes happening in the field. The power play is done. You can have 5 men outside the ring now. So you got a third man. You got a deepish gully, mid wicket, long on, long off. The men in the ring, gully, short cover, short mid wicket. And an extra cover. Short. And smash towards mid-wicket, more of a slap shot. Going with the floor, he gets a boundary. Not the best way to start.
Cover. Short.
And smash towards mid-wicket, thinking from the bowler. Second ball coming up, Pratap. Now bowling it up, a little bit of effort from him. Fawad cramped for room, just lucky enough he didn't catch the edge or crash into the stumps.
नहीं है उनके पास ये उसका ही हाँ ये उसका ही फोन कर रहा हूँ
Bowlers have succeeded when they have pitched it up. Again, a wild swing. Fawad lucky that the bounce carried it over the stump. Could have been fatal. Expecting the shorter one, but it wasn't that short for him to play it towards mid-wicket. Good comeback by the bowler. Slow one. Trying to deceive the batsman. Batsman up to it. Plays it towards wideish long off. Gets a single. Mir's been off strike for quite some time. Scores 56 for the loss of 1 wicket. 5th ball of the 7th over. Pratap into Mihir. Up to the bowler, up to the batsman, sorry. Mihir playing down to long on for a simple single. Umpire asking the players to keep the ball up. Slight hold in play, long on, long off, having a conversation. Last ball of the 7th over. Pratap into Fawad. Played it towards a wideish gully. Another single to end the over. Scores 58 for the loss of 1 wicket. Pratap should be happy with what he has bowled so far. 1 over 7 runs. Good comeback after bowling short and getting hit over mid-wicket for the first boundary. Realizing it's not a wicket where you need to bowl it short, you can keep it up and keep the batsman quiet.
एक setter down.
New bowler Avinash. Right arm slow bowler.
अभी कितने पे?
Avinash, right arm leg spinner, coming into the attack. Fawad taking strike. He's batting 15 of 12. Keeping it up, Fawad playing a defensive stroke. Conventional field for him. It's high in the air, mid-wicket coming across, easy taken, dropped again. The catching has been poor. Doing all the hard yards of running from short mid-wicket to mid-on. Conventional field
for him.
Mihir taking strike to Avinash. Playing across the line towards long on. Batsman crossover for another couple. Score moves on to 61. Mihir has just been quiet from the beginning of the innings. Will have to take some momentum with him. Jabbing it down to short third man, steals another single, looking if there's a chance of a second. Fawad not interested. Score moves on to 62 for the loss of 1 wicket. Four runs of this over being scored so far. Rocking back and trying to cut, just manages to play it back to the bowler. Now the dot ball in the innings. Unique will want more dot balls to be strung together. Fawad. Wide. Changing the line, but not ensuring that he is within the tram lines, and umpire calls it a wide. Has to reload. Plays it towards short cover. Last ball of the over coming up. Beg your pardon, this is the end of the over. 5 runs of the over, so last 2 overs have given away 12 runs. Want to get more than that. Avengers would be looking to put up a big score. Need somebody to score big. Afan Rao started off, but Perish trying to clear long on. Fawad has been striking well. Mihir has to come up with the goods. New bowler Rasika. Another right arm slow bowler. Down the leg side, lucky enough that the keeper managed to stop the ball from going towards the boundary. Starts off with a wide. 6 wides in the inning so far. Full toss, not taking good connection. Just keeps it down to the single. Score 65 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rasika to Fawad. Slowish cutters being bowled into the wicket, just ensuring that he doesn't give away too much space for the batsman to work on. Fawad playing it down to long on for a single. Full toss. Mir gets a freebie. He makes use of it. His first boundary. Score moves on to 70.
Full toss. Mir gets a freebie.
He makes use of it. His first boundary. Score moves on to 7. Dew coming into play here. The fielders using their towels after every ball, trying to keep the ball dry. The ball's free hit coming up. Another misfield. Another misfield. Mir not happy. His partner's not ready for the second. make use of these opportunities coming your way and get as many runs on the board. Fawad wants to take, and exactly why he wanted to take that. He wanted to go over mid-wicket. Lucky again, another drop. There's a third drop of the innings. Many runs on the board. Fawad wants to take, and exactly why he wanted to take
That he wanted to go
over mid-wicket. Lucky again. Score moves on to 74. This time, he's not so lucky. Straight down long off throat. He's out for 19. 1-6 and a boundary to his name. Rasika, pretty relieved that he managed to get his man.
This time, he's not so lucky. Straight down long off.
Vinay, what do you think is a chaseable target for Unique Group? Now that 8.5 overs, 74 for 2 is the score for Avengers United, and the projected score is approximately 170 in 20 overs in this beautiful ground, Royal Sports Club, Ajman. This is the first match being played under beautiful floodlights, an absolute treat for players and viewers alike. What do you think is the chaseable target, and how much do you think Avengers United might score?
I guess 150 should be a good score because, as Saqib said at the start of the innings, it's a new team, so even he would not be knowing who are his best bowlers. So he will try to maximize the runs on board and make sure that he keeps it out. Mirza Saqib, as we speak, the captain walks in to face the last ball of the 9th over, score 74. So as I said, 150 should be a par score out here. The dew is going to play a bit of a factor as well. The bowler is wiping the ball after every ball. It's going to be difficult to grip, especially for the spinners. It's more like a soup bar in your hand under these conditions. Full toss towards his legs. Captain starts up with the boundary towards square leg. Expensive over, 78 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 9 overs.
Full toss towards his legs. Captain starts up with the boundary towards square leg. Expensive over, 78 for the loss of 2.
And as we say that the bowlers get value for their bowling, so do the batsmen if they play straight. Most of the runs being scored in front of square, not much behind square. as we have a view of the crowd that has come in to watch this game. Remember, it's a double header. We have another game coming up after this. Players taking a drink break.
ऐसा अभी मिडल करके ना यही जूम आउट पे रखो मिडल करके हाँ हाँ और थोड़ा बैक लेंगे मैक्सिमम है हाँ बस ठीक है
Welcome back. The evening prayer call done. We thank the Lord for these opportunities that we have. Apart from our work schedule, to play some good cricket, watch some good cricket. The start of the 10th over. Back live. Mir taking strike. First ball, plays it towards covers and a boundary. After resumption, Chirag's second boundary.
Mir taking strike. First ball, plays it towards covers and a boundary. After resumption,
Playing it towards cover region. Score moves on to 82. Current run rate 8.95 should get them to 179. Plays it down to third man, gets a single, score moves on to 83. He moves on to 21 of 18. Mirza just faced one ball and he scored a boundary of that. He's now on strike. Punch towards cover region. Comfortable single to both the batsmen. Mir always on the lookout for an extra run. Alert. But not same cannot be said about his partners. But just ambling along. Outside, plays it across the line towards mid-wicket. 2 runs completed. Score moves on to 84. And Mir moves on to 23 of 19.
So Avengers have picked up one of the key wickets amongst the Uni group has picked up one of the key wickets, which is Fawad Jalil. They were able to restrict him to just 100 strike rate, but they have other hitters in the ranks as well. You have Saeed Ahmed and Waqas, who are brilliant batsmen. So let's see how Unique Group can keep this pressure right up onto Avengers. It's an evenly fought match as of now. It's on the balance. The game is in the balance. Let's see what's up till end of the match.
The end of the 10th over. Change ends now. End of the 10th over, scores 90 for the loss of 2 wickets. Avengers will be banking on these two to get some score and some more to follow. Irfan being one of them. Saeed Ahmed, another one of them. Played a record 214 games, Saeed, and 202 innings, got 7,668 runs to his credit, highest of 177. So somebody who can tonk the ball around the park. As we speak, Rasika back into the attack. Into the second half of the innings. 1 over 15 runs for the wicket that he took off Fawad, making sure that his fielders are in the right place, moving square leg back, hoping Mihir might want to sweep one down towards the square leg. Mihir walking across, trying to tickle it down to square leg, doesn't make much of a contact, no run there. Rasika plays it down to covers. Misfield there. Could have been no run there. Gives away 2 runs. A below par fielding performance so far by Unique. A couple of good catches taken, but 3 catches dropped so far. Quite a few runs given away due to shoddy ground fielding. They will want to arrest that situation. Fielders being interchanged. The man at extra cover coming in into the short cover region, and the man at short cover going out. Full toss, chance of a catch. Oh, can you believe it? You change the field, and the Mihir managing to find the man at short cover to perfection.
Region and the man at short cover going out. Full toss, chance of a catch. Oh.
Divaka taking the catch. So the end of Mihir, score 92 for the loss of 3 wickets. Mihir scored 26 of 21 with a couple of boundaries. Just starting to get some impetus into his innings, and he perishes. No, must not be happy with himself as you see him walking outside. Next man in, Habib. 48 games to his credit. Rasika into his second over. He's got a couple of wickets so far. Touch expensive, but he will take those 2 wickets that have come his way to Habib. Again, right up to the batsman. No pace at all. Batsman playing it down to long off for a single. Habib off the mark. Brings Mirza Saqib on strike, who's 5 of 2 balls. We're in the 11th over. Long on, long off in place. Slightly short down to the deep cover region. Single to the batsman. Score moves on to 94. The last ball of the 11th over coming up. 7 boundaries and 3 maximums in the innings so far. Last ball. Again, playing it right up to the batsman. No run scored. Score remains at 94. We're at the end of 11th over. Mirza, the last man out for 28 of 24. Unluckily, hitting it straight down to short cover. New bowler, captain coming in, Harpreeth. In conventional field here, no slip. Long on, long off in place. Square leg, short mid wicket. Covers, short cover. Smash down to the long on, single. Single to Mirza. Into Habib. Cut it straight towards point, running away to the boundary. Score moves on to 99.
Into Habib. Cut it.
To the batsman to free his arms with no protection out there. We'll have to rethink where is he going to bowl and where would he have his men along. Now deepish point there and a short third man. Trying to eliminate the chance of keeping it towards leg side. Inner edge trickling down to short mid wicket. No run there. Batsman already eyeing that cover region. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Slightly short, gives enough time to the batsman to place it to the left of the fielder and take a single. So the 100 up. We're in the 12th over. Run rate of 8.57, projected score 171. Fifth ball, captain to captain, down leg side. Keeper unable to collect it cleanly. Free runs being given away. Trying to get a run out, batsman safe. 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 102. Good ball, deceiving the batsman. Bit of encouragement from the man from long off and long on, asking him to keep it, pitch it up, and make sure the batsman try to make a mistake out here. Wide down leg side. Free runs coming Avengers way. 5 wides. Harpreeth not happy with himself and with his wicket keeper. 5 more added to the total. Extras jump to 16, 15 wides and 1 no ball in the innings. So far, we still have another 8 overs after this. Unique group have to stop these runs being leaked. Last ball of the over coming up. Slowish delivery, comfortably placed towards gully, which was quite open. 2 runs being added to the total. Score moves on to 109. The run rate about 9. These are alarming news for the Unique group bowlers. Not much of effort from the batsmen. They've been leaking runs. 16 extras so far. 109 for 3 at the end of 12th over. Harpreeth giving away 15 runs of his over. You have the scorecard so far. Mirza scoring 28 of 24. The last man out. Afan Rauf scored 31 of 19. Blazed away at the start of the inning. Sorry, perished trying to clear the boundary. Fawad Jalil too scoring run a ball 19 of 19. Mirza, Saqib and Habib just trying to keep the scoreboard ticking and taking it deep as much as they can. Seven bowlers used so far. Big hit over mid-wicket, 6 runs. Score moves on to 150. Chetan being greeted with a huge, monstrous 6 over mid-wicket, clearing the dressing room. He's gone for 20 so far of the 7 deliveries he's bowled. Another one, chance of a catch. Is that the man at long on playing it safe? Not rushing in, managing to keep the ball down to a single. Score moves on to 115. Mirza is 13 of 5. Habib taking strike. 1 run down to long off. Ambling along. Conserving their energy as much as they can for the last throttle at the end of the innings. Single down to a short mid-wicket. Batsman taking a chance. Even the ball quite close to the fielder. Managed to take a single. Score moves on to 118 of 12.4 overs. Playing it down to mid-wicket. Man at deep mid-wicket doing the fielding. Single taken. Score moves on to 119. We're in the 13th over. Chetan, last ball coming up. Swing. The man long on, running along, keeping it down to 2. End of the over, score 121 for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 13th over. Mirza Saqib 17 of 8, 1 6 and a 4. Habib 10 of 9, 1 boundary, 1 boundary to him. Chetan going for 2 overs, 26 runs, 1 wicket, expensive. Harpreeth continuing his second over. He's given away 15 of his first over. Right on slow medium. Again down leg side. Keeper not collecting well, but protection there on short fine leg. Not allowing that extra run. 1 run added to the total. 122 for 3. Down leg side, plays it towards long leg, gets another boundary. Habib managing to collect his second boundary of the innings. And the ball's coming on nicely onto the bat. Batsman making use of the length and line that the bowlers have been offering them so far. .36 runs have been scored of the last 20 balls that have bowled so far. Another good shot towards mid-wicket, bisecting the man at mid-wicket and long, wideish long on. Another boundary. Score races to 130. .40 runs being scored in the last 21 legal deliveries that have been bowled by Unique Group. Habib collecting his third boundary, trying to another wild swing over mid-wicket. The man out, nobody out there. Another boundary added to the total, 134. The biggest over so far of the innings. Coming off the 4 deliveries that have been. Another beautiful shot towards the covers. Rasika doing the fielding, but still doesn't manage to save the ball. Ball rolls over to the boundary. Another boundary scored. Score jumping on to 138. Habib's now taken centre stage. He's got 26 of 14 with 5 boundaries. 4 boundaries scored of the last 5 legal deliveries that have been bowled. And Harpreeth is in for some good stick out here. Will want to finish it without trying to concede a run. He's already gone for 32 of his 1.5. Another good shot, clearing down to extra cover. A single being scored. 139 for 3 at the end of 14 overs. Harpreeth, not so good figures. 2 overs, 33 for the loss of no wicket. Run rate 9.93, projected score would get them to 119, which I guess is a very good total if Avengers can get to it. Harpreeth bringing his premier bowler back. Libas will want to make sure he gets one of these two. Would be happy if he gets Habib, who's been tonking the ball. Scored 27 of 15 with 5 boundaries. Look at the field. Third man, gully, point, extra cover, long off, mid on in the circle, short mid wicket, square leg, the faint edge, Chinese cut, and still they get a boundary. So runs coming thick, fast, or even thin edges getting them the boundary. Score galloping along to 143. Sixth boundary to Habib. The dew playing its part out here. The ball's being dried every time it touches the ground. Square leg being moved to long leg. Wide. Another extra added to the total. 18 extras so far. 17 wides, 1 no ball. Not only do you give away an extra run, you got to reload yourself, rethink what do you want to do. Bowler's guilty of bowling into the pads. That's the way you bowl, into the batsman, not giving him any room. You got to try to induce that mistake from the batsman. A rare dot ball that's happened in the last few overs. Another good one, keeping the batsman out a single. Chance of a run out, not being done. Single taken. Score moves on to 145. Another Chinese cut, goes down to fine leg. The man at third doing the cleanup, keeps it down to a single. Some good thinking from the fielders, keeping the third man quite straight for anything that's fine, either a third man or the fine leg region. Spraying down the leg side, full toss, takes it down to square leg, single taken. Batsman wanted the second, but wisely not taken. Throw coming in. Jamming it into the pitch. No run taken. End of the over. 144 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. So we're in the last quarter of the innings. This is where the batsmen will maximize their power, hitting skills. The umpires converging. Beg your pardon, score is 147 for the last of 3 wickets. Habib batting 33 of 19, 6 boundaries to his credit. Mirza Saqib 18 of 10, 1 boundary and a 6. Habib taking strike. Pratap bowling, pitching it wide outside the off stump. Wide added to the total. "19 extras in the inning so far. Another wide. Slower one. Man at Divakar at short cover doing the fielding. Score moves on to 150. We're in the 16th over. Another wide and a by stolen. There's 4 balls being bowled in the over so far. 1 legal delivery. Another slow one deceiving the batsman. Pratap banging it into the wicket. Batsman playing it down to long leg, going for another couple. Keeper racing away all the way down to long leg to save that run. Batsman managing to get 2 runs there. Score 153. Slower one. Straight it over long on. Another 6 to the innings. Habib's first 6. Slower one. Straight it over long on. Another 6. Mashes it over long on by quite a few meters. A single down to covers inside the ring. Wide again. Quite a few extras being given away in this over. Pratap erring in length and line. Not sure where he wants to bowl to the batsman. Another slap down to one bounce. Another boundary. Not sure where he wants to bowl to the batsman. Another slap down to one bounce. End of the 16th over, 165 for 3. Habib is 43 of 24. Mirza Saqib 18 of 11. Habib taking strike. Playing it towards cover region. Slowish fielding. The batsman managing to get another extra run. 2 runs added to the total. Trickle down to square leg for a single. Batsman. Chance of an overthrow. Another run added to the total. Kessler, the new bowler. Scores 169 for 3. 4 runs of the first 2 ball. Again, bowling it outside leg stump. Another comedy of errors, trying to get the batsman run out. Another run being given away. 171, 6 runs of the first 3 balls. What should have been a single each have been converted into 2s by some smart thinking by the batsman. Unique group guilty of bowling on both sides of the wicket, plus not so good fielding. This one's being played towards deep point. Single. Sensible thinking by the fielder, throwing it towards the keeper, ensuring that they keep it down to a single. wicket under the batsman's bat. A dot ball. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. 172 for 3. Towards mid-wicket. One bounce. Saqib too getting into the act now. He collects another.
Towards mid-wicket. One bounce.
Unique to chase down when they come into bat later on. Kessler giving away 10 runs in his over. Nikhil, the standout bowler so far, 3 overs, 18 runs, no wicket, but keeping them to run a ball. Everybody else has been guilty of bowling wayward. 8 bowlers used in the innings so far. Full toss, plays it down to wideish, long off. Good backup by the keeper, sensing that any wayward throw could result in an extra run. Habib is on 48 of 28 balls. We're in the 18th over. Saqib dancing down the wicket, plays it down to long on. Another comfortable single. Nikhil to Habib, he is on 48 of 28. Chip over the bowler. Another single being added to the total. Good over so far. 3 runs of 3 balls being scored. 179 for 3. Run rate about 10. Now the slap down to long off. The captain Harpreeth collects the ball, releases it, keeping down to another single. 4 singles of the over so far. A good comeback by Unique in this over. We'll want to close it out with the least runs. A wicket could really be handy at this stage. Habib on 49, wide down leg side. Again, a commentator's curse out here. Score 181 for 3. 181. Extras plenty, 24 in the inning so far. Again, a wild swing, a dot ball, makes it 5 runs of the 5 balls scored so far in the over. Last ball of his spell. Nikhil adjusting his lens. Just keep the batsman guessing out here. Not trying to give it anything into the slot that they can take a toll on. Another good ball, shaping away. Habib trying to play towards the mid-wicket. No run being scored. 181 is the score at the end of 18 with the last 2 overs coming up. Libas bowling the penultimate of the over. He's gone for 27 of his 3 overs. Habib off strike. He's on 49 of 31. Mirza Saqib 30 of 17. Field man at wideish long off, being moved a bit squarer towards the cover region. Shot, smashed it over mid-wicket. Another 6 to the total. Score moves on to 187. Mirza Saqib on 36 of 18. Strike rate of
the cover region.
another one. Another one. Good ball. Pitching it up. Inviting the batsman to try to play across the line. No damage done. Last 10 legal balls of the innings coming up. Another one under the batsman. Batsman steal a bye. Chance of a run out.
Last 10 legal balls of the innings.
Habib on strike now. Straight over the bowler's head for a single. He moves on to 50. The first 50 of the tournament. Habib is 50 of 32 balls. 6 boundaries, 1 6. A well-paced innings. Saqib moving away towards the leg side and peppering the mid-wicket region. Collects another boundary. Score gallops along to 193. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. Libas 3.5 overs, 38 runs. The 100-run partnership coming up for the 4th wicket of 51 balls. That's 2 runs a ball that they've been scoring these runs. Straight in towards the block hole, managing to keep it out to covers, takes a single, goes for the second. Chance of a run out, straight hit. A direct hit, but the batsman well in. Scores 195 for 3 at the end of 19th over. Last over of the innings coming up. Kesa to bowl the over. He's gone for 10 of his 1 over that he's bowled so far. Avengers would like to go big on this over. Unique already have a tall score to chase. Kesa from round the wicket. Wide down leg side, another run. Make that 5. Score goes up to 200. One run added to the total, courtesy a leg bye. Score moves on to 201. keeper standing up to the stumps to stop the play from mid-wicket left open, and the batsman make full use of it. Plays it towards mid-wicket, another boundary, 205. 10 runs of the first 2 balls of the over, another 4 to go. Mirza Saqib on 46 of 23. Field change, short third man comes to square, long leg mid-wicket, wideish long on, the men outside the ring on the leg side. We got a plays it down the ground, single to the batsman. 206 for 3, 19.3 overs. Mirza Saqib 47 of 24, Habib 50 of 33. Down mid-wicket again, another good fielding, keeps it down to a single. 207, last couple of legal deliveries coming up. Mirza Saqib on 47. Need to see whether he can go to 50 with a big one. We surely will want to do that. Moves away. Wide, being signaled by the umpire. Kesar's got a reload. He's given away 13 runs of the first 4 balls that he's bowled so far. One run towards covers. 210. Saqib on strike. A chance to go big off the last ball. Straight down the ground, long on, trying to give it a chase, so does long off. Score 214 for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 20 overs.
Last ball.
Mir Shah 28 of 24, 2 boundaries. Afan Rauf 31 of 19, Fawad Jalil 19 of 19, Mirza Saqib 51 of 25, Habib 52 of 35, and 33 extras. A bit too generous by the unique group, propelling the Avengers score to 214 for the loss of 3 wickets. Welcome back. Chase about to begin. Unique group trying to chase 215 in their allotted 20 overs. First ball coming in. Shot is dug into the pitch. Batsman playing it back to the bowler. No run. We're in the power play. Cut through cover and point. And the first runs of the innings, albeit a boundary. Through point region, score 4 for the loss of no wicket. Thampan Memorial Cup. The bowlers will be wary that there is a bit of dew on the field. Two men outside are long on, and third man slip being taken away, the offside being reinforced. Gully, point, cover, mid-off, a short mid-wicket on the leg side. Wide bounce and carry towards the keeper. Batsman wanting to take advantage of that, couldn't connect. Still manages to get a wide. Score 5 for the loss of no wicket. Another shot through cover this time. Ball racing towards the fence, chase to the fielder, and just manages to cross the line. Another boundary coming up. Score 9 for the loss of no wicket. 2 boundaries. The new ball sitting up nicely. Batsman playing his strokes. Another field change. Mid-on comes inside the circle, covers moving out, protecting the square. Single being taken. Score moves on to 10. Early signs that this could be a cliffhanger. Only time will tell. Towels being moved. Wild swing, good length, shaping away from the batsman. Doesn't connect into the keeper's gloves. Last ball of the first over coming up. Short arm jab towards mid-wicket, single being taken. Score 11 for no wicket. Right arm over the wicket. Wild swing again. No ball. The bowler overstepping. Free hit coming up. The umpire signaling. Free hit coming up. Another no ball. Batsman taking advantage of it. The umpire signaling another free hit. The first one was overstepped. The second one waist height. Free hit. Batsman not taking advantage of it. Good length. Again playing across the line. No connection done. Libas on strike. Harpreeth started the innings with a couple of boundaries. And Habib reciprocating with a couple of no balls in the over so far. Plays it down to mid-on, steals a single, misfield. Fielders are going to find it difficult to grasp the ball out here. You can see there's a lot of dew around the ground. Ball being wiped, every ball the ball's being wiped. The wicket 2 gets pretty spiced up and the ball comes onto the bat. The batsmen have to take advantage of it. Harpreeth on strike. Plays it towards square leg. Ball racing towards the boundary. But because of the dew holding up and the batsman crossover for another couple of runs. Score moves on to 18 for the loss of no wicket. Some good hits coming up, but the ball holding up and not trickling over to the boundary. Field being changed, third man brought in, long off moved back, mid-on being pushed back to long off. We'll have to pitch it up, slower one, plays it towards point, misfield there, single taken, covering up, just limiting them to a single. Into the pitch, 1 run taken towards short covers. Last ball of the over coming up. Score 20 for the loss of no wicket. So good start by Unique Group, chasing down 215 in their allotted 20 overs. Knowing that they need to keep the momentum up if they need to chase down the score. Last ball. Over mid-wicket for a boundary. End of the over. Score moves on to 24. Harpreeth doing the bulk of the scoring. Last ball. Over mid-wicket
For a boundary, end of the over, score moves on to 24.
Junaid coming to bowl his second over. We're in the power play. Libas on strike. Again down to the man at point. Wanted a single. Sent back by Harpreeth. Straight into the hands of the point fielder. Need to avoid these risks. The last thing that they want is to lose a wicket. Again towards covers. Misfield there at covers, resulting in another boundary. Score moves on to 28. The squarish boundary is being boundary so far through point and cover. One towards mid wicket.
Misfield there at
Another couple of lofted shots towards square leg, which have given them another twos. The bowler is guilty of bowling it short. Need to pitch it up to the batsman, invite him for the drive. Not been doing that so far. Again, another short one, dealt with the same audacity and playing it towards covers, gets another boundary, score jumps to 32.
Not been doing that so far.
He's keeping it into the slot for the batsman to take a chance. The batsman not going to miss out on those opportunities. The field inside the circle. First two balls, 8 runs being given away. Expensive start to the over by Junaid. Over long on. Another boundary, third boundary of the over. He pitched it up and the batsman taking Uni group knowing that if they need to chase this down, they need to get some runs up front. And both the openers doing that so far. Chance of a run out, overthrows, another boundary, fourth of the over. 16 of the first 5 balls, one more coming up. Scores moved on to 40 for the loss of no wicket. Not so smart thinking by the man at point. No protection by the keeper or the man behind square. Last ball of the over coming up. Plays it towards covers. Single being taken. Score 41 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 3 overs. Harpreeth 16 of 7 deliveries, 3 boundaries. And Libas is 22 of 13, 4 boundaries. Bowler so far. Irfan 2 overs, 28 and Habib 1 over, 13 runs. Expensive start to the bowling by Avengers. Change in the bowling. Two men out on the boundary at long on and mid wicket. We're in the power play. Short third man, point, cover, short cover. Another cross batted stroke. Fielder chasing, but still another boundary added to the total. 45 is what the score is. A fielder not able to cut off the boundary. With a bit of dew coming in, the wicket's got a bit more zip in it. The batsman taking full advantage of that. Short ball towards mid-wicket. Fielder cuts it off. Single to the total. Score moves on to 46. Libas races to 27. He's doing the bulk of the scoring since the last over, keeping Harpreeth quiet. Cuts towards point. Well fielded by fielder, going the wrong way, but still managing to hold on to it. Single to the total. Scores 47 for the loss of no wicket. We're in the fourth over. Another cross-batted shot, again towards wideish long on. Single being taken. A good comeback by the bowler after being hit for boundary. Singles being given of the next 3 balls. Another cut again towards point. No run this time. A rare dot ball in the innings so far. Last ball of the fourth over coming up. Smashes it towards square leg, one boundary, one bounce over the rope, another boundary to the innings. Total 52 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 4 overs. Saqib coming into bowl. Libas 28 of 16, Harpreeth 21 of 10. First left arm bowler of the match. Full toss, play towards mid wicket, single being taken. Libas might have wanted more of that, but had to be contained by taking it towards mid wicket and collect a single. Harpreeth on strike. Again towards the legs. Ball rolling over the fence, another boundary collected. Score moves on.
Again, towards the legs.
Corners. A A brilliant start to the innings by Unique Group, not being faced by a tall score to be chased down, playing it methodically and every ball being played on its merit so far. Full toss, umpire. The batsman asking the umpire for a no ball, not given, so not a dot ball to the innings. Wide being bowled, bowler has to reload, bowl it again. A few extras in the innings so far. Plays it towards wideish mid-off, a single being taken. Bowlers finding it very difficult to control the ball in these conditions. The dew playing a major factor out here. Another wild swing, a Chinese cut, resulting in a single. Man at fine leg doing the fielding. Down leg side, a freebie, and the first six of the innings.
Down leg side.
Harpreeth getting his first six of the innings. The end of the fifth over, 66 for no loss. The last over of power play coming up. Avengers would like to have minimum damage out here and try to assess the situation after the end of the power play. .215 is what Unique Group are chasing so far. And they started the batting in a unique way. They got 66 of 5 overs so far. One run towards covers, 67 the total. Habib bowling his second over. Straight as off spinners, not much of turn. He's coming onto the bat. Another one down leg side. Harpreeth is happy to turn around and put it over long leg. Another 6 to the total. Score jumps to 73.
He's coming onto the bat. Another one down leg side.
Avengers bowling on both sides of the
Harpreeth is
wicket. Bowling it short, giving batsmen enough time to pepper the squarish boundaries either side of the wicket. They started a bowling outside the off stump and then slowly moving towards bowling down leg side, which is quite easy for any batsman in the world to take advantage of. The captain looking a bit clueless as to whom should he turn on to stop this bleeding. good one, keeping it straight into the stumps, not giving any room to the batsmen. They still steal a single. Score moves on to 74. Straight down the ground, right into the arc of the batsman. Libas playing it, shooting it like an arrow right over the bowler's head. Score moves on to 80.
Straight down the ground, right into the arc of the batsman. Libas.
A field change coming up. Square leg coming inside the circle now. Man at deepish mid wicket and long off. Sorry, long on. Plays across the line and misfield there at mid wicket. Another boundary, 84 for no loss. Both the batsmen trying to outrace each other in their respective scores. It's simply telling each other, if you can do this, I can do something better than that. A single down to covers. Chance of a run out. Direct hit. A quiet appeal, but umpire turns it down. So end of power play. Scores 85 for no loss. Saeed into bowl his second over. Going at over 14 runs an over so far. Short third man being pushed a lot squarer, hoping to get one to edge down to his throat. Libas on strike. Straight down, long on. Single to the total. Harpreeth on strike. Assessing the field. Is there an edge? Yes. The first wicket falls. Harpreeth is out. Caught behind. Ball angling away a touch more than what he would have expected. Inducing the edge, and Nihal, the keeper, safe house. moving back a bit, but ensuring that he has the ball in his hand. The first wicket to fall. Played down to the bowler, dot ball. New man in Mohammad Kaisar. Libas batting 43. A wild swing. Good comeback by Avengers in this over after being hit all over the park for 84 in the first 6 overs. The first 4 balls have resulted in a single and a wicket. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Short ball. Played towards mid-wicket. Another boundary. Another commentator's curse coming. Well, I spoke of them bowling well in this over. Saeed dropped short and Kaisar has no second thoughts other than putting it towards mid-wicket. He collects his first boundary. Score moves on to 90. We're in the 7th over. Last ball of the over coming up. Down leg side, leg by being taken. 1 run to the total. 91 at the end of 7 overs. A good over completed by Saeed. Gets a wicket. Fawad into bowl, right arm leg spinner down the leg side. Batsman not taking advantage, still manages to get a leg by. Score moves on to 91. Avengers had scored 124 in the second half of the innings. Libas waiting on, playing it down to mid-wicket, single added to the total. Avengers would like to bowl a few quiet overs just to see that the run rate again rises back. Wide, tossed up delivery, batsman not interested in chasing it, letting it go for a extra ball. 3 runs of the first 2 legal deliveries. Quicker one, jammed out towards long on for a single. Fawad showing the armory that he has. One tossed up delivery, another quicker one. Just got to ensure that he keeps it on the same lines and not bowl both sides of the wicket that his other partners have been doing in this innings. Again, down leg side, Missed by the batsman, missed by the keeper. We wait for the umpire's signal whether it was a leg by. The ball brushing the batsman's pads and trickling down to short fine. Kasser on strike, tossed up delivery, plays it towards covers. Man, a deep cover doing the fielding, single being taken. Batsman thinking of a second, wisely not run. As they say, never run off a misfield. Could have been dangerous. Quicker one. Jammed into the pitch. No run being taken. End of the 8th over. Scores 97 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out, Harish. Rizwan coming into bowl for the first time. Sorry, that's Habib. Swing and a miss. Good length. Batsman not sure. His partner asking him to be sensible and play through the line of the ball instead of playing across the line. Is it over extra cover? Running the single, now taking the second. Score moves on to 99. Avengers had scored their first 100 in the 12th over. And Unique well on course to finish another 100 within the end of this over. We're in the 9th over. Over the bowler's head, one bounce, should go over the fence. Yes, it does. 103. Okay. The partnership of stroking into the pads, swung over towards mid-wicket, single being taken. Have to be content with 1 run, thinking of a second. Throw coming into the keeper's gloves. Scores 104 for the loss of 1 wicket. One run down to long on. Keeping it down to a single. Score moves on to 105 for the loss of 1 wicket. Another good ball playing across the line. Not happy with himself, Kaisar. No damage done. End of the 9th over, scores 105 for the loss of 1 wicket. Fawad into his second over. Libas on strike, tossed up, plays it towards mid wicket, single being taken. The tossed up, and this time gets the wicket. He's bowled. The batsman playing across the line to a foolish delivery. Unique group losing the second wicket. Fawad in bowling it, tossing it up, inviting Kaisar to go for the big heave, misses, you miss, I hit, and that's what's happened here. (106 for 2, 9.2 overs. Libas batting 46 of 28 with 6 boundaries and a 6. Fawad 1.2 overs, 5 runs, and he's taken the wicket of Kaisar. New man in. Avinash, the new man in, facing Fawad. Again, another loopy delivery, asking for an LBW and given straight on. Batsman missing the line. And another wicket for Avengers. Avinash not accounting for the spin and paying the price again. Straight on, going on to hit the stump. Another wicket, 106 for 3. And Fawad on a hat-trick. Katiresh, the new man in. He's going to face the hat-trick ball. Fawad bowling a beautiful line, tossing the ball up, inviting the batsman to make the mistakes. A couple of mistakes and 2 wickets being grabbed in no time by Avengers, slowly clawing their way back into the game. They know that the only way they can put pressure is by getting wickets. Hat-trick ball coming up, down leg side, played towards shot fine. Batsman could have been smart enough to leave that going down leg side for a wide. Chose to play it and a dot ball. Fawad has given away 5 runs in his spell so far and got a couple of wickets. And the quickish delivery. Jammed towards shot of silly mid-on, sorry, and taking a single. Scores 107 for the loss of 3 wickets. Last ball of his second over coming up. 1.5 overs, 6 runs given away, 2 wickets. The man who's done bulk of the damage on strike now. Off spinner. And another one. Libas just questioning whether the action was okay. The man tossed it up. Libas playing across the line. E2 paying the price. 3 wickets in a space of 5 balls. They started derailing the unique group innings. From 105 for 1, they're now 107 for 4. End of the 10th over. A productive one for the Avengers, not so productive for unique group. Smart bowling by Fawad. 2 overs, 6 runs, 3 wickets. And 2 new men at the crease now. They need another 108 runs of 60 balls. The run shouldn't be an issue. It's the wickets that they have lost in quick succession. Just put them on the back foot now. New man joining Karitesh. Divaka coming in place of Libas. Divaka not on strike. It will be Katiresh who will be on strike. That was the end of the over when Libas lost his wicket. The bowling ends being changed now. Remember, the 10 overs from one end and 10 overs from the other. Saqib understanding now that spinners could be the one who could be stopping these runs. Habib into bowl. Again, coming back to bowling his straightish off spinners. Not much of turn. He's just trying to keep it up to the batsman and inviting him to play. He's got protection on long off and long on. Inviting the batsman to go over. And if he plays across the line, there could be another appeal for a leg before. Chance of a run out. Not taken. 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 108. Zishan into bowl. He was expensive in his first 2 overs. 2.2 overs, he's given away 30 runs. He will want to make amends to that. Again, straightish, keeping it quite close to the stumps, inviting the batsman to try to play across the line. Divaka plays it towards short point and gets a single. A miss stumping as well. No damage done. Katiresh missing the line. Luckily for him, the keeper too couldn't collect the ball well. .109 for 1. Another single being taken towards short square leg. Keeper doing the collection, throwing it back to the bowler. Score moves on to 110. Single down to deep mid wicket. Triple Nelson, 111 for 4. The end of the 11th over. unique group need another 104 runs of the last 9 overs, 54 balls, 104 required. And 2 new men at the crease. They got to ensure that they keep the scoreboard keep ticking along. Keep an eye on that run rate as well. Fawad into his 3rd over. Now chance of a catch. Covers not putting that effort and resulting in a boundary. Tossed up, invited the batsman to play. Fawad, batsman going for the stroke. Covers not moving fast enough, and extra cover 2 a bit slow, resulting in that boundary coming up. First ball boundary of the over. Pressure on the bowler. Batsman will want to capitalize on that. Off spinner this time, making him play across the line towards deep mid wicket, single. So Fawad using both the variations that he has. He has a leg spinner and then changes over to an off spinner, keeping the batsman guessing. And that's what got Libas in the last time when he bowled. Again, off spinner, tossed up, miss. Divakar wanting a run, but Katiresh was having an eye on the ball, didn't respond to the call. Slowish in the air, no much power. A full toss this time towards deep square leg, single. Freebies need to be capitalized on. A few inches to the either side could have got him a boundary. But playing it straight down to square leg, another single being taken. Scores 117 for 4. Leg spinner, fastish one. Divakar not ready for that one. So was the keeper, Nihal, just managing to put his gloves to it. Some good spin being shown here. Off spinner, slowish one. And another wicket, turning it a bit. And Divakar playing all over it and losing his wicket. Fawad has changed his game on its head. Starts off coming in as a leg spinner, bowls an off spinner. Divakar not accounting for the spin when the ball is going to come back into the stumps, and manages to have a dreaded look of the stumps being shagged out there and walking back. Half the side gone, 117 for 5. And Fawad has 4 of the 5 so far. Katiresh is 3 of 8 balls. Pratap is a new man. Katiresh on strike. They need another 98 of the last 8 overs. Run rate's now creeping up again. Another slow bowler. Single down to long off. Rashid again, sidearm off spin. Batsman, a comedy of errors. Played it down to short third man. Fielder throwing it to the wrong end. Batsman running all the way from the non-strikers end to the strikers and running back. No run added to the total. A better call could have resulted in another wicket, but not to be. Rashid into the third ball of the over. Under the batsman's bat. Good collect by the keeper. Appeal for a stumping. Batsman inside. Quick glove work. Just letting the batsman know that if you move out, you could be stumped. Pratap having a couple of swings out here, but not able to connect here. Sorry, that is Kathiresh. He's got 4 of 12. .44. 97 of 44 required. Plays it down to covers. Fielder trying to do the cleanup, but boundary scored. Welcome boundary. After quite a 97 of 44 required. Plays it down. Wideish long off, trying to boot it back into play, but couldn't, and the ball trickles over to the boundary. Last ball of the over coming up. 93 required of 43. Down leg side. Wides being called. 2 runs to the total. Keeper not grabbing it, not moving as agile as he should. 123 for 5. Another single to the total. 124 at the end of 13 overs. 91 required of the last 7 at the rate of 13 runs per over. Fawad coming up for his last over. Would want to take a 5er. Again, right arm leg spin, tossing it up. Batsman nearly playing it onto his stumps. Lucky enough not to crash into the stump. Kathiresh is on 9 of 15. This one, off spinner over covers and another boundary. Kathiresh now trying to take charge of the situation. He's got 2 boundaries in the last 4 balls. Four of the first 2 balls. Trying to put pressure back onto the bowler. Fawad trying his variations of bowling leg spinners and off spinners to keep the batsman guessing. Succeed in getting 4 of them so far. Leg spinner, fastish one. Batsman playing it back, no run. Fourth ball of the over. Leg spinner again. Down leg side. Kathiresh takes full toll of this. Right over the mid wicket. He gets another 6. 10 runs of the 4 balls scored. Fourth ball of. Want to make it big. Shot into the arc. And Kathiresh says thank you. Good. Deposit it over the boundary. Straightish one down mid-wicket. 1 run being taken. Will they take the chance? No. Keeps it down to a single. 11 runs of the first 5 balls of this over. Fawad's last ball of this game. Tossed up delivery. Pratap plays it down to mid-wicket. Gets a single. Throw back to the keeper. End of the over. End of the 14th over. Score 136 for 5. They need another 79 of 36 balls. Katiresh is 10 of 16. Pratap is 11 of 4 balls with 1 6 and 1 boundary. Fawad ends his analysis. 4 overs, 24 runs and 4 wickets. A fruitful day for him, and you would ideally want to see his team win this game. Rashid in to bowl his second over. Second ball of the over coming up. Off spin. Plays it down. Batsman not ready, non-striker not ready to take the single. Doesn't want to risk losing his wicket. They know they're already 5 down. They don't want to lose any more wickets. They will want to close out this game on their own. Playing across the line, going over towards the off stump and playing it towards mid-wicket for a single. 1 run coming off the first 3 balls of the over. That's not going to help their cause. They need more than that. Every ball. Tossed up delivery. Over, wideish long off for a 6. Again, tossing it up. Batsman eyeing the cover region and playing it with the full force that he can, making sure it's quite a few meters away from the boundary. Score needs 72 of the last 32. Score 143 for 5. Pratap 17 of the 5 deliveries he's faced. Another boundary to the total. He moves on to 21. 32 score.
143 for.
In another swing. Edges. No slip there. And gets another boundary. Score moves on to 147. This is turning out to be a cliffhanger. The momentum being shifted from one team to another. Last ball of the over coming up. Third man being brought finer. No shot being offered. No shot being offered. Batsman crossing over for a single. Let's wait and watch what does the umpire have to say. Leg bye being given. End of the over, 148. .148 for 5. We're into the last 5. 67 required of 30 balls. They need at a rate of 13.4 runs an over. Pratap lending some impetus to the innings that was lost in the overs where Fawad had grabbed 3 or 4 wickets. medium pacers back on. Rashid has given away 18 runs of his 2 overs. Fawad has finished his spell. Irfan into the attack. Swing towards deep square leg, 1 run being taken. Avengers wouldn't mind those singles. All they will want to do is make sure that they don't give away too many boundaries. Punch down to long on, single. 2 runs of this over so far, 2 balls bowled. Irfan, third ball of the slow one. Played towards wideish long off. Another boundary. Slower one. Just sat up to be slapped over wideish long off. The slow one into the pitch, but batsman equal to the task. Playing it towards wide of long off and collecting another boundary. 6 runs of the first 3 balls. Irfan's got to go bowl better than that. He has to ensure he doesn't leak runs out here. Dug it into the pitch. Swivel. 1 run being taken. Taking that arm for a second one. Chance of a run out. Safe. 2 runs being scored. 7 of the first 4 balls. Score moves on to 156 for 5. Pratap on strike. He's on 28 of 10. He's trying to make the maximum strike rate of 280. Swilling over, playing it over towards long off, single taken. Last ball of the over coming up. 9 runs given away so far. Remember, they need 13.4 per over at the start of this over. Scored 9. They will want to finish it with the boundary just to make sure that the run rate doesn't plays it down to long on. Katiresh, 10 runs of the over. Expensive one, but at the context of the game, 10 runs is what Avengers will not mind at this point. The last 4 overs coming up. 158 for 5. They need another 57 of 24. Somebody has to play a blinder out here. Current run rate of 9.88. Required run rate of 14.25. The last 5 overs have been gone for 47 for 1. 9.4. A good run rate, but when you need 14, you need to do a lot more than what you've been doing so far. Katiresh on strike. Habib to bowl his 3rd over. Plays it over cover. Chance of a catch, and it's taken at point. A good catch. Habib. Swing, played it, sliced it up in the air, point. Making sure he's right, keeping the ball under his eye and taking it. Safe catch. End of the 6th, fall of the 6th wicket. 158 for 6. New man in. Pratap will not be on strike. Remember, the rules have changed in the last few months, so there is no crossover. New batsman will take strike as he comes in. Katiresh got Zishan bowled Habib for 13 of 22. New man in. New man in. Chetan will be on strike. We're in the 17th over. Second ball coming up. Another one. Sky shot third man, running towards the ball, chasing it. Manages to keep it inside the boundary. 2 runs being taken off the ball. So 2 runs of the first 2.
Coming up.
But this time falling safe in the third man region. The fielder doing well to chase it and make sure that it doesn't cross over to the boundary, keeping it down to 2 runs. Chetan on strike. 2 of 1 ball. Fine leg being moved inside. Short fine leg being brought a bit finer. Now moving him down to third man. So he's got a straightish third man and a slide and a gully and point for the men behind square on the offside. Chetan, another swing towards high in the air towards mid-off, safe, gets another single. Avengers wouldn't mind those miss hits being played and dropped inside the circle. Pratap on strike, kept off strike for the first 3 balls of the over. Moves towards the off stump. Slowish delivery. Leg cutter. Plays it towards mid-wicket. Should want to take the second. Batsman decide against it. Keeps it down to a single. Good over so far. 4 runs being scored off it. Habib ensuring that there is not much damage that is caused to their bowling in this over. 4 runs being scored of 4 balls. Chetan on strike. He's got 3 of 2. Into the pitch. Quick. Chetan swings and misses into the keeper's gloves. The run rate has a steep climb. Required run rate touching 17.05. Another 19 balls in this inning so far, legal balls, and 54 runs more required. Slower one, plays it down to point, gets a single. End of the over, last 3 overs coming up of this innings, of this game. 53 required, so need 18 runs and over. Irfan coming to bowl his last over. He's got 3 overs for 38. Chetan on strike. He's 3 of 4. Pratap 30 of 12. You got to ensure Pratap has most of the strike if they want to chase it, and that's not helping their cause. Straight one, Yorker putting the off stump back, and Chetan's out. Pratap 30 of not so smart. Have a look at this. Comes in straight in to the base of the off stump. Chetan plays across the line and doesn't need to look back to see the dreaded picture of his off stump being gone down. Run rate climbing with every ball. New man in, Nikhil. Wide down leg side. Manages to give an extra run away there. Well done by the keeper, ensuring that it doesn't go towards the boundary. 2 runs being scored. 51 required of 17 balls. Very simple equation, 3 runs every ball. Pratap on strike. Again moving towards the off stump. Single being taken, no pressure being put on the fielder for the second. Just a single. It's not going to help their cause. You got to ensure you score runs and keep Pratap on strike. He's the one who's doing the most of the damage out here. Smart bowling by Irfan, keeping it in the block hole, not giving any room to the batsman. Surprising the batsman with the shortish one. Keeper collecting well near his shoulders. Irfan into Nikhil. Plays it towards covers. Not much of an effort. Fielder saying that he lost it in the lights, but ensured that he didn't let it go past him, just limiting it down to a single. Last ball of the 18th over coming up. .166 for 7. Last 2 balls of the over coming up, sorry. Pratap, shot, plays it over point. Beautiful shot, maximum. Just ensuring that they are still within down this total. Big mistake out here, digging it into the pitch. Pratap just ensuring that he deposits it over the point boundary for a 6. Last ball of the over. Needs to have some smart thinking whether he goes for the big one or he wants to take strikes. Takes a single. Does he want the second? Yes, he does. Good thinking. Doesn't want to miss out on any run that's on offer. 2 runs being taken of the last ball. Scores 174 for 7. They need another 41 of the last 2 overs. A difficult target, but not impossible. .50 runs for the loss of 2 wickets have been scored in the last 5 overs. 9.67 is what the current run rate is. The required is 20.5. Nikhil now plays this over a high and a good catch at covers. Nikhil is out, but most important, again, playing it inside out, high in the air, covers, ensuring that he covers it well and takes a good catch near his waist and going down on his knees. Seven down, 174. The 8 down at 174. New man in. Rasika, the new man in. No ball being called for height. A lot of effort being put here, resulting in a no ball and a free hit. "40 runs required of the last 11 legal deliveries. Slower one, right? Pratap managing to see that he doesn't get hit. Single to Rasika. 39 of the last 10. Every ball here needs to cross the boundary. Pratap, the man. Habib swings it down to long on. 1 run to the total. .3 overs, 28 runs given away by Habib. A couple of wickets to his credit. 38 of the last 9. Slightly open stance by Rasika. Plays it down to long on. Another single to the total. Last ball, no? Last ball, no? Fifth ball of the over. Chance of a catch. One-handed stunner at short third man. Pratap chancing his arm, edged. It's slower one, sliced, short third man, moving a step forward, then putting his arm out, and oh, it's stuck in his palm. And Pratap quite unlucky there, because he's the one who could have got them over the line. But now this game truly in Avengers' hands. The captain walking in, Harpreeth, trying to do. Again, let's have a look. Straightish slice and into the hands. Afan saying he had it under control. And so should he be. A catch taken. Last ball of the penultimate over coming up. Harpreeth and Rasika, the last pair, battling it out for unique group. Plays it towards cover, towards point, single being taken. End of the over, 179 for 9. The equation very simple. Rasika has, or rather Harpreeth, the captain, has to get 6 out of 6 out here to win the game. Saqib Hussain, the left armer, the only left arm bowler in this whole game. Well, if you remember, there was another Singh who did this a few years ago. Yuvraj Singh, and Harpreeth decides to play it down to third, short third man, single. Handing it over to his Sri Lankan mate, Rasika. Can you do this for me? 35 required of the last 5. Second ball of the last over, plays it down to mid-wicket, a single being taken. .34 of the last 4. Plays it high, chance of a cotton ball, dropped. Could have well ended the game. Batsman wanting to take a second. Comedy of errors happening. Harpreeth going high. Catch being dropped. Batsman wanting to go for the second. Drops his bat, runs back. So does the bowler towards the stumps. Stumps being hit. Luckily for Harpreeth, he is in and safe. Last 3 balls coming up. Let's see, the Max Rasika can try to get out here. Plays it over the bowler's head. A good shot for a single. Fifth ball, penalty ball, swing and a miss, no run. What's the score? 183, the last ball coming up. 32 of the last ball. Single taken, so that's the end of the game. Unique group scoring 184 in reply to Avengers 214, losing by 30 runs. We conclude the first game out here. It's the end of the game, and the man of the match is Habib. Yeah, and we'll see you for the next game in a short while.